Yes. So this is an institute that organizes or conducts exam. That is, it can be PMP, it can be CAPM. In short, project management related exams are conducted by PMI. Okay, at the same time, this PMI is a global institute. See, what I'm trying to say is basically you'll find this project management institute existing in many other countries along with US. Like you will find this institute in China, you'll find this in India, and so many other countries. All right, so that's the reason why sometimes this is also called as a global institute. All right, fine. Let's move to the next one. At the same time, so these are the different certifications conducted by PMI. See, there are so many certifications. Okay, you need not kind of write all of these. In definitely, these certifications you'll be thinking about this certification after 2 years, not now. Not now. All right. The most basic one amongst this would be CAPM, the first what you see. That is the Certified Associate in Project Management. Okay, that's the most basic certification what you have. Okay, followed with the PMP. Yeah, PMP is very popular, as you might be knowing. Okay, you'll find this PMP, very often in project manager job requirements. Okay, after that, what you have PGMP, PMI, ACP, PMI, RMP, PMI, SP. This is not at all important. Basically, this is a way of how PMI makes money. Okay, so the rest of the certifications are not at all important because they don't ask in the job requirement. It will be called as important if that is asked in job requirement. It will be considered as not important if it is not asked in job requirement. Simple as that. Okay, but believe me, PMP is very reputed. Okay, it is recognized internationally. Okay, at the same time, CAPM is one level below PMP. All right, fine. Definitely, you can think of writing the CAPM for sure. Maybe 6 months down the line, not now. Okay, right now you should just focus on BA. That should be a first priority. Second priority should be project management. Third priority should be software testing. Fourth priority should be healthcare domain. Fifth priority should be a SQL. All right, fine. Let's move on to the next one. Let's try to understand what is this PMBOK is. Again, I've seen so many people getting confused with this word. Sometimes, again, they think PMBOK is the name of a certification. No, it's not about that. Okay, PMBOK stands for Project Management Body of Knowledge. Okay, again, and a very important note here. It is not a project management book of knowledge. I've seen people, saying that. Okay, no. It is a project management body of knowledge. Yeah, this is a very, very, very reputed book. We could say easily that this is a kind of a Bible for project management. Okay, basically this is a book that defines global standard for project management. Makes sense? Okay, and basically this book has 11 chapters. Okay, so we will be covering all the 11 chapters, but at a high level. All right, fine. Let's move on to the next one. Next, we'll try to do a comparison between CAPM and the PMP certification. Okay, fine. Let me kind of, show you the comparison now. All right. Just a second. We need to keep a pen. Oh my God. Just a second. What? Just a second. Yeah, I'm back. So here I'll just try to show you the difference between PMP and CAPM certification. Okay, fine. CAPM, CAPM. Okay. On the other side, let's have a PMP. Okay, fine. Let's try to see the number of questions. See, when it comes to number of questions, CAPM will have 150 questions, and the PMP will have 200 questions. Okay. Fine. And type of the exam. So basically, this is not kind of a descriptive exam wherein which they'll give you a question, you got to write pages together the answers. No, no, no. It doesn't work that way. So basically, this is called as objective-based exam. So what I'm trying to say, there will be one question and there will be 4 options given, and you should be able to choose the right one amongst the 4. Okay, this is basically called as objective. Okay, so as PMP is also a objective-based exam. All right, and coming down to number of options. Okay, so each question will have 4 options in case of CAPM. Similarly, in case of PMP, the number of options would be again the same, 4 options. All right, fine. And coming down to let's say duration of the exam. Okay, duration. Okay, so basically CAPM, it is basically a 3 hours exam. It is 3 hours exam, whereas PMP, it is a 4 hours exam. Okay, fine. And coming on to the difficulty level, okay, CAPM is more simple or more straightforward, I would call this as. That is, it is simple, okay, whereas the PMP, definitely, it is definitely very complex. Okay, fine. Now coming on to the syllabus is common for both, that is PMBOK. That's a book that one should read to write PMP or CAPM. Okay, but what is the difference? See, basically PMP is very complex. That is, a very complex question will be asked from PMBOK, and whereas in case of CAPM, the questions will be more straightforward from PMBOK. So this is the difference between CAPM and PMP exam. Okay. Again, let me repeat myself. Here I'm not trying to motivate you to write CAPM or PMP exam right away. No, but definitely this should be your future plan. Basically, this will help you to get into project management maybe in a time of 1 or 1.5 years. Okay. So basically, you should be thinking about CAPM exam maybe 6 months down the line, not now. Okay. So just I want to kind of lay a foundation here. All right. Fine. Let me kind of put up the slide. I'll give you a minute so that you can go through this. Okay, just go through this. All right, just go through this. Make sense? And anyways, both are internationally recognized. Okay, it can be CAPM or PMP. It is recognized internationally. Okay, so it's a very reputed exam. All right, fine. Next, we'll try to understand what is a project. Okay, at the same time, on the contrary, we have something called as what is an operation. So what is the difference here? What is the difference between a project and what is what is operation is? Okay, we'll try to understand now. Okay, first of all, this is how it goes. So project means any task. See, project means any task that has a start and that has an end date. Yes, this is very important here. So whenever you hear the word project, this word should come up to your mind. That is, it will have a start date and it will have an end date. On the contrary, there is something called as operation. Operation. Okay? Whereas in case of operation, it doesn't have a start and it doesn't have an end. It is ongoing. What is that? It is ongoing. Make sense? So this is the difference between a project and operation. All right? So this is project, okay, which will have a start date, and whereas in case of operation, it is ongoing. So here, let me kind of, give you, let me kind of, tell you a story here. Okay, kind of, a profile of 2 different individuals. Let's talk about how their career was from last 10 years. Okay, fine. See, again, let me kind of make a very important announcement here. So when it comes to PMP, obviously here, as you know, basically the syllabus is in line with PMP exam. Okay, that is, this syllabus will help you to write PMP exam. Okay, so when it comes to PMP, it doesn't kind of a certification which applies to IT. Okay, it also applies for construction companies or any industry for that matter. All right. So what I'm trying to say is, in case of PMP exams, it doesn't only kind of bring forward the IT related questions. Make sense? It will bring up different questions, maybe from construction companies. It will bring up questions from chemical industries. So I just want to kind of maintain the same standard, because I've kind of taken all the materials from PMBOK. So I want to just go the way the PMBOK has been designed. Make sense? Okay, fine. So to begin with, let me kind of give you an idea about what is this project is and what is this operation is, to make you understand. So I'm trying to do a comparison between two different people of their last 10 years about their career. All right, fine. So here I have a person by the name Sam. Okay, so let me see how his 10 years has been. Okay, from past 10 years. So now currently it is 2012. Okay, let me kind of pull up his record from 2002. Okay, fine. Basically, to talk about Sam, basically Sam was a civil engineer. He's an engineer. All right, fine. So basically it shows that in 2002 to 2006, he worked on a project that was about building a bridge. That was about what? Building a bridge. And since 2006 to 2009, he was involved in constructing a very tall tower. Okay, fine. And from 2009 to 2012, okay, he was involved in building public library, very tall building. Okay, public library. Okay, fine. So basically, what is the nature of his job? Basically, his job, okay, wherein which he has a different task. So this is one task. There is a bridge is totally a different task, and wherein which the tower is totally a different task, wherein which okay, a public library kind of a project, it's totally a different task. And each task had a start date and an end date, whereas this one had a start date and which it had an end date. Similarly here, start and end. Fine. Now let's try to look into the profile of a lady by the name Nancy. Okay, fine. So basically in 2002, she joined for the same construction company as a receptionist. Even today, she works as a receptionist. That is 2012. So how was her career? Nothing. It remained the same. When she joined in 2002, her nature of the job was to take call and greet visitors. Even today, she does the same thing. And tomorrow, she will do the same thing as far as, unless and until she works under the same designation as a receptionist. Whereas in case of Sam, the nature of the job, the task keeps changing, and each task will have a start and an end. So this is the difference between project and operations. Basically, operations are ongoing, whereas projects have a start. So for example, building a bridge is a project which has a start, has an end. Tower is a project, so that's the reason why it has a start, it has an end. So similarly, public library, it has a start, this has the end. Make sense? So this is the difference between project and operations. And in case of PMP exam, definitely 101% sure one question will be asked on this. Okay, fine. So I have given definitions very nicely, so you can go through this. Okay, fine. You can see here. Here I'm trying to emphasize on the word beginning and end. That is the start and end. Okay, so basically that is how you recognize whether it's a project or whether it's an operation is. Okay, fine. To move on to the next one, see here, I just want to kind of show you the relationship between project, program, and portfolio. So here the reason is I've seen so many people messing around this word. Okay, they try to kind of replace project with program and program with project. Okay, fine. Basically, these two are totally a different terminology by itself. See, what I'm trying to say is many projects together makes a program, and many programs together makes a portfolio. All right. So in other words, a group of projects makes a program. Group of program makes is another side that you got to understand about this. That is, at a project level, you have project managers. At a program level, you have program managers. At a portfolio level, you have portfolio managers. Okay, so this is very important. You got to have a thorough understanding of this one. All right, fine. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, project management office. See here, just try to get a flavor of it. That is more than enough. Again, let me repeat myself. This is not what you will be implementing. Okay, this is just to kind of add value into your resume, to add value into the profile, which will kind of help you to kind of get the job very quick. So that's the whole point of covering project management in the first place. All right, fine. So now let's try to see what is this project management office. Nothing. Let me show you. Now let's try to take a software environment, kind of an example. Now let's say this is the company. Okay, this is the company, a typical software company. Now let's say Cognizant. Okay, Cognizant is a very popular software company. Okay, fine. So when we talk about a company like Cognizant, there are so many projects that runs parallelly. There's so many projects. Okay, let's say project 1, let's say project 2. Let's say project 3. Let's limit ourselves to only 3 projects. I know I can draw n number of projects here. Okay, fine. So there are many projects that are running parallelly in Cognizant right now. Okay, so in this situation, there is an office which is called as a centralized office, which is called as a PMO. That is Project Management Office. So basically, this office is office where in which it has influence on this project, it has influence on this project, which has influence on this project. That is, this office can give guidelines to this project, can give guidelines to this project, can give guidelines to this project. At the same time, now let's say there's a new project that got started today. Okay, basically this project management office can provide a project manager to this newly started project. You understand? So simple, PMO is nothing but what? It's a centralized, office or department, where in which it will coordinate with other projects to make sure that, everything is fine, and they are also actively involved in giving guidances. Make sense? So this is called as a project management office. So here, nobody will ask you questions in an BA interview saying that, okay, tell me what is the project management office? No, it has nothing to do with that. As I told you, this is basically, I'm helping you to kind of, attend PMP exam or CAPM exam down the line. Also, this will help you to kind of, crack an interview. Okay, fine. Let's move on to the next one. Yeah, stakeholder. I know you will be having some idea on stakeholder, but it is very important that, you understand correctly, because I've seen people coming from finance saying stakeholder means they always come up with the word shareholders. No, that has really... yeah, that might be partially correct, but that's not a complete answer at the same time. All right, fine. Now let me kind of, elaborate on this. And before that, let's go through the definition. So it says very clearly that any individual who can affect a project or any individual who gets affected from the project is called as a stakeholder. Okay, fine. I'll give you 10 seconds. Just try to go through this definition. This is very important. Okay? Yeah. 10 seconds. All right, fine. So you can see there's a two very important word here. That is affect and affected. Yeah, we got to focus on that. Okay, if you want to understand stakeholder really very well, focus on that two words. That is, it says any individuals who can affect the project, okay, or who can get affected from the project is called as a stakeholder. Am I right? It's called as, so that is affect or affect the project is called as stakeholder. This is a project. Okay, project. Fine. Now let's talk about project manager. Let's try to see if project manager is a stakeholder or not. Okay. Now let's say if a project manager does a wrong planning. Now, don't you think so? He's affecting the project? Yes. So he's a stakeholder. Now let's talk about business analyst. Now let's say he has gathered wrong requirements. Now in that case, can I say he's affecting the project? Yeah, he's affecting negatively. Okay, fine. In that case, I can say BA as a stakeholder. Now let's say developer. Okay, so don't you think so? Even he's a stakeholder? Yes, because let's say if you do a wrong coding, he's basically affecting the project. Okay, at the same time, client for who we are making a software. All right, fine. Now let's say 1 month down the line, that is after delivery, for some reason the software got crashed. Now in that case, don't you think so? The client is getting affected from the project? Yes. So it can be any individual who can affect a project, or it can be any individual getting affected from the project is called as a stakeholder. Okay, fine. Let me kind of show you this definition once again, so that you can go through that. Okay, go through this definition. Okay, fine. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, called as, we'll see there are two different teams, okay, from a PMBOK point of view, okay. So I'm specifying very clearly from a PMBOK point of view, there are two different teams, okay. One is called as a project management team, that is project, okay, management team. So the other one is called as just the team. So now question comes, what is the difference between these two, all right? What is the difference between these two? So this is how it goes. Any individual who can affect, that is any individual who is involved in project management activities directly or indirectly is called as a part of a project management team. Let me repeat myself. Okay, any individual who is involved in project management activities are considered to be part of project management team. Okay, at the same time, any individual who is not at all involved in project management activities will be considered as a part of a team. For example, developers, they're not involved in project management activities, so they will be considered as a part of a team. Okay, we'll see now. For example, developers. Okay, for example, QA, software testers. So they don't do any kind of a project management, so they will be considered as part of team. Now let's say project manager. Yes, of course, he's involved in project management activities, so project manager. Okay, fine. Project coordinator. Yes, he's also very much actively involved in project management, so he will be coming under project management team. That is a project coordinator. Does that make sense? Okay, so this is the difference. Okay, fine. Let me show you the definition. Okay, go through this. I'll give you a couple of seconds. Make sense? Okay, fine. Let's move on to the next one. Functional manager. See, you need not understand the details of it, but at the same time, it becomes very important that you understand the main responsibility of a functional manager. See, well, a functional manager, see, definitely there is no relationship between the kind of a job, what he does, and the designation, what he has. It is totally two different things here. All right? Fine. Anyways, functional manager. Okay, functional manager. Okay, is one who is responsible for resources. What? Is responsible for resources. So resources in the sense human resource. Now let's say there are two projects that got started recently. Okay, project 1 and project 2. Now let's say project 1 they need 2 developers and 3 QAs, and let's say for project 2 they need 2 BAs. Basically, functional manager is one who's providing these developers and who's providing this QA. He is the one who's providing this BAs here. So there it is. He provides human resources. All right. So with this explanation, I think we can move on to the next one called as organization structure. Okay. Yes, you heard it correctly. It is called as organization structure. Let me show you that. Yeah, organization structure. So here, I want to kind of, give you an example here. Now, let's say when you talk about India, you know that, Prime Minister has more power than that of President. Okay. Now, let's talk about America, in which President has most power. When we talk about Middle East, kings have more power. So what do you understand here? See, it basically depends on the system, that is the organization structure, right? So similarly, when we talk about companies, they have their own organization structure. Okay, fine. We'll try to see what are the different kinds of organization structures. Okay, fine. This is organization structure. All right, fine. The first one is called as, it's not about first one, anyways. See, one of kind of organization structure is called as functional organization. The question comes, what is this functional organization is? See, basically, when I say functional organization, what I mean to say is, functional manager has more power than that of project manager. Okay, so at the same time, we have something called as a matrix organization. Matrix organization. So in case of matrix organization, what happens is functional manager and the project manager have equal power. Okay. At the same time, we have a kind of organization structure called as projectized organization structure. So wherein which a project manager, okay, is more powerful than a functional manager. And most of the time in IT, this is the structure what you see. That is, project manager has most of the power. Okay. So I'll give you a couple of seconds because this is very important. Okay, I want you to kind of analyze this. Okay, I'll give you 1 minute. It is 10:52. I'll catch you at 10:53. Analyze this. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, so this is called as organization structure. All right, let's move on to the next one. So, well, in this subtopic, we saw what is the project is, we saw what is the operation is, we saw the relationship between the project, program, and portfolio, and we saw definitely, as part of that, we saw what is the program is, what the portfolio is. Also, we saw what is this project management office all about. Also, we saw what the stakeholder is. Okay, let's move to the scope management now. So when we talk about scope management, we have a very important terminology called as WBS. Okay, let me explain you that. Okay, fine. Now let's say this is the size of the project. Okay, this is the size of the project. Now, you know what? They don't consider the whole project. Okay, when they start the execution process, they don't consider the project as a whole. So basically what they do is they break the project into modules. Okay, like this. They break the project into modules like this. Okay, again further modules like this. Like this. Okay, that is they keep on they keep on breaking the project into smaller, even more smaller. They keep on breaking unless and until they get a module that is easy to manage. That is easy to manage. And that particular module can be finished in not more than 80 hours duration. That is important here. Okay, that is not more than 80 hours duration. Okay, so that is you keep on breaking the project into smaller, even smaller, unless and until you get a module that is easy to manage and that takes less than 80 hours duration to work on it. Okay, and we have a name given to such a module. Okay, that is very popularly called as work package. Called as what? Work package. Okay, at the same time, the structure what you see here, the hierarchical structure what you see here is called as WBS. That is a work breakdown structure. It is called as what? Work breakdown structure. Make sense? Okay, fine. So this is what called as a WBS, fine. Next, we'll try to understand what is something called as a baseline. Yeah, this is very important. Okay, understanding baselines are very important. Okay, so this will be the last topic for today. Today, basically, I want to keep it a little bit short so that, because this is the first class in project management. Okay, I know some of you might be having some, trouble in understanding this. Okay, fine. Anyways, let me make you understand what is this baseline is all about. Okay, so here I want to kind of tell you a story here. Okay, so here the story is, now I have a client by the name of Peter. Okay, his name is Peter. Now he wants to build a 3-storied house, nice, rich-looking 3-storied house. Now Peter is very specific about the requirements. So what he has done is he has listed all the requirement as part of contract. Okay. Now in this scenario, now let's say I'm the project manager for this project. Okay, that is to construct this 3-storied very nice house. Okay, basically I'm the project manager here. Okay, so fine. Now the client, that is Peter in this case, has given a list of requirements what he wants to see in the house. So basically what I do is I analyze this. Okay, after analyzing, what I do is I come up with a budget. Okay, maybe let's say okay, let's say $200,000. Let's say I figured out that the cost of the project will go around $200,000. Okay. At the same time, I figured out that this the duration for this project would be around 8 months. Okay. Now you know what, Peter, that is the client is very happy about the the figures. Okay. So what he does is he enters the deal. That he agrees that okay, let's go ahead. Okay, I'm fine with the budget and I'm fine with the schedule. Now the moment the client agrees, and the moment the project manager agrees, in coming days, this will be called as targets. That is, don't you think so? Being a project manager, it is your responsibility to get these requirements done successfully. Yes. So basically, this has to do with requirements. So it is called as a scope baseline. That is. This is called as what? A scope baseline. Okay. At the same time, can you see here? $200,000. Okay. So $200,000. All right. Fine. Now, don't you think it is your job, that you being a project manager, that's your job to make sure the project is finished in $200,000. Make sense? Okay. At the same time, don't you think so it will be your job, that is being a project manager, it would be your job and you'll be held to make sure that you finish the project in a time duration of 8 months. Okay, that is, this one is called as a cost baseline. That is a cost, it's called as cost baseline. Okay, it is, or in other words, it can be called as a cost target. Yeah, this is the target. This is your target now. Okay, at the same time, this is called as a schedule target. In fact, popularly it is called as a schedule baseline. Make sense? Okay? Fine. So actually, the next chapter would be on time management, which is really, really very important. For that matter, it is important from a PMP point of view. At the same time, that is really very important from IT project management point of view. Okay, fine. Just a second. Sanjay, I want to kind of take more questions from your side. Okay, fine. So tomorrow we will be doing time management. That's a very lengthy chapter. Okay, fine. We'll see that tomorrow. Okay, now I would like to kind of take questions from your side. Okay, see, basically I have a kind of a plan. Every day I have to finish this amount of module. Sometimes it takes more time, sometimes it takes less time. I don't have control on that. Okay, fine. Let me take questions now. Okay, people with questions can stay, and people without questions can log out. Okay, let me repeat myself. People with questions can stay, and people without questions can log out. Okay, fine. Yeah, Anita, do you have any questions? Yeah, Malika, do you have any questions?
I will ask your question privately.
Oh, you'll call me?
Yeah, I will call you. I'll call you.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, Devashri, do you have any questions? Yeah, Mitra? Okay, I'll come back to you. Okay, let's say if I miss by any chance, okay, definitely even I'm a human being. I might be I might have missed some questions, or I might have unintentionally I might have forgotten to ask to unmute so that you can ask me questions. So if let's say if I skip or by mistake if I leave anybody untouched, so please give me a call. Okay, please help me. Okay, fine. Yeah, Tapan, do you have any questions? Yeah, Tapan?
No question. Thank you.
Okay, okay. Yeah, Gauri, do you have any questions?
Can you just tell me about the scope baseline one more time?
Yeah, sure. Okay, that's a very good question. Okay, I'll explain it once again. See, this is how you can help yourself, by asking questions. Okay. Okay. Now let's say, as I told you previously. Okay, I'll mute you. Okay, there's an echo from your side. As I told you previously, I have a client by the name Peter. Now he wants to build a 3-storied house. So basically what he does is he lists all the requirements in a document. Okay, fine. That is, he lists all the requirements in a document. That is saying, I want the first floor should have these things, the second floor should have these things, the third floor should have these things, and this is the color of the paint what I'm looking for. Okay, and I should have a garden which having all these amenities, etc. Means what these are things what Peter wants. Okay, so this is what called as a scope baseline. Make sense? This is what called as a scope baseline. That is, once you agree, being a project manager, you agree that okay, fine, this can be done. The moment you say that, from that point onwards, that will become a scope baseline. That is scope target. Scope means what? Requirements. Make sense? Okay, let me unmute you. Yeah, Sri Gauri, do you understand now?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any more questions? Any more questions?
That's it.
Oh, okay, fine. No problem. Yeah, Sanjay, Suresh? Yeah, do you have any questions, Sanjay?
No.
Yeah, if you have any questions, give me a call, okay, after 10 minutes. All right?
Okay.
I think, yeah, Samir, do you have any questions?
Kunal, I kind of missed starting 10 minutes, so I don't know what happened.
Okay, I'll talk to you. No, this is the second or third time you're doing the same thing.
No, this is the first time I got late actually.
Oh, is it? Then you have an excuse. Come on, you're kind of funny. Okay, leave me a test mail. I'll take care of it. Okay?
Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Rimple, do you have any questions? Yeah, Rimple, do you have any questions? Okay, fine. I'm not able to kind of hear you. Okay, anyways. Oh my God. Just a second. I'm getting some more questions. Oh. Okay, fine. People, let me announce once again. Okay, if you let's say if I miss anybody, please okay, give me a call. All right, because there's so many times I cannot keep track of chat messages. Okay, I'll unmute you, Nihal. Just a second. Yeah, Mr. Rakesh, do you have any questions?
Yeah, I have questions. Yes.
Yeah, please tell me.
Can you explain me about that again, like project, program, and portfolio?
Yeah, nothing, very simple. See, many projects together is called as programs, and many programs together is called as portfolio. For example, in India, many districts together is called as states. Okay, and many states together becomes a country. Make sense?
Okay, I got it. I got it.
Simple as that. Okay, fine. Yeah, Nihal, Nihal Matre, you can call me, all right? Yeah, sure, Formula, I'll take care of it, okay? I'll give chance everybody, just hold on. Yeah, Prabha, do you have any questions?
No, Kunal. As of now, nothing.
Okay. Okay, fine. If you have anything, please do email me or do call me, all right?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, Navina, do you have any questions?
No questions, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, Kusum? Yeah, Kusma?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you have any questions?
As of now, no, I don't have any questions. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, I think, Mr. Mehta, I think you have questions. Go ahead.
Yeah, in a project structure, is there anybody who's not a stakeholder?
See, basically, whenever we say, anybody who is working in a project, okay, directly or indirectly, are definitely a stakeholder. Okay, so here, nobody will ask a question saying that, oh, who's a stakeholder? No. Basically, this word stakeholder will be very oftenly used in a conversation, and you should be, kind of have a very good understanding about what exactly is trying to say. Because I've seen the people coming from finance, whenever, they find this word stakeholder as part of conversation, okay, they try to kind of imagine of a shareholders. And I just wanted to kind of clarify on that. In PMP exam also, they will not ask a very basic question. Make sense, Mr. Mehta?
Yeah, effectively everybody's a stakeholder, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Okay,
yeah.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Right?
Thanks. Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, Eric, I'll give you a call. Okay, Eric, I'll give you a call. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, Devashri? Okay, I can see that you have some questions. Our functional manager more powerful than how do they manage resources along with the project scope? See, basically, let's talk about IT, okay? So basically your question is about the organization structure. Okay, when we talk about IT, it is very obvious that it's a projectized organization. That is, a project manager has all the power. Okay, but when we talk about functional organization or when we talk about matrix organization, basically this is what being written in PMBOK. That is, who has more power. But it does, at the same time, it doesn't say what are the power he has and what are the power he doesn't have and what are the power this guy has. It doesn't talk about that. Basically, what it tries to say, who's the boss? Is functional manager a boss or is a project manager a boss? Make sense? Okay, it doesn't kind of give you every specific what do you say, powers, what this guy has, what function manager has, and what project manager has. It doesn't mention very clearly. But anyways, coming down to projectized organization, project manager is more powerful. Means he will take care of, recruiting process or something of that kind. Make sense? Yeah, Debushree. Yeah, I have unmuted you. For some reason, you're not able to kind of, no, Familiar, this is not the time to take a CAPM as I mentioned previously. Okay, you should kind of, maybe, you should be thinking about this maybe 6 months down the line, not now. So I'm not trying to sell CAPM here. Okay, see, the only objective is I want you to become a project manager in a time of 1.5 years. All right? Fine. Okay. People, let's say if I missed out any questions, it's my humble request that, please do give me a call. Okay? Please do give me a call. All right? Fine. And in tomorrow's class, we will be doing time management. So tomorrow we'll be doing just time management because it's a very lengthy chapter. So that's the reason why I didn't want it to start today. Okay? Fine. So I'll send you the slides. Okay? Please go through that. And please let me know if you have any further questions. Okay? At the same time, so tomorrow is Tuesday. So you'll be having class at 10:15 p.m. EST. Okay? Thank you so much. Yeah, if I missed anybody's conversation, please do give me a call. Thank you so much. Have a nice night. Thank you.